Hey up collective collectors, welcome back to the channel, and if it's your first time here, welcome. Today you join me as I take a look at the 1977 Action Man catalogue.
Action Man!
The 1977 Action Man catalogue.
So by placing a tick in the appropriate Action Man, it'll tell you that I had that as a child, as I had it an adult, I've sold it, I've not had it, I want it, I'm targeting it. So without further ado, let's have a quick look at the figures I had. I had the Polar Explorer and the Mountain Rescue figures, both as an adult and a child. Sold both of them on, but I'm retargeting the Mountain Rescue. I have 50% off the Underwater Explorer, and I'm hoping to maybe finish him off, but you know what, if the opportunity doesn't come my way, I'm not too bothered. But it's one of them where I'll just sit back and wait for it to happen.
Action Man with eagle eyes. Moving eyes that make Action Man more realistic than ever before. Watch closely. He looks to the left, now to the right. Three things make Action Man supreme. Eagle eyes, gripping hands, realistic hair.
Wow, imagine that as a kid. It's just going to make you want it. Every single one. And I did way back in 1977. I did have the Eagle Eye Sailor, which I absolutely adored and do today. I had the Eagle Eyes Adventurer, which again I absolutely adore and have today, then and now. Neither of the original ones. I've repurchased vintage versions, and I've also got a 40th Adventurer. Got many Eagle Eye soldiers. I've got originals before Eagle Eyes. I've got Eagle Eyes. I've got repos, everything. Same with the Eagle Eyes Pilot. I've got an original Eagle Eyes Pilot. I've got the original first edition Action Man Pilot and a 40th boxed Action Man Pilot. So yeah, that page for me is complete. Let me know what you've got on each page as we go through these. Just drop them a comment. I'd love to know, just to see what you've got and what you'd like in the catalogue. It's brilliant.
Atomic Man. 1977 Action Man team. Brought out to complement Kenner's $6 Million Man, which was flooding the market and taking over the action figure world. Atomic Man had a flock tear. If you notice closely, he also has a scar on his left cheek rather than his right cheek. He had a couple of dodgy limbs, just so that he could show off his strength and speed. He also had a wheel in his dodgy arm which allowed him to rotate his gyrocopter. He also boasted a clicker on his chest, allowing his atomic heart to beat faster, stronger, better than any human heart could possibly beat. Last but not least, he had an atomic eye, which allowed him to see straight through walls of thick steel.
So I never had any of the Action Man team growing up as a child, but I have nearly all of them now. The only one that I don't have is a Bullet Man, and I would like one just to finish the collection. So how I got mine was I got an Atomic Man off the eBay site. I got a Mike Power from the Action Man show over in Colville. I just needed a Mike Power. I think he's a great character. Brilliant cousin to the Action Man team.
Tom Stone, the original colored commando, with a thick West African accent, he introduced the Action Man team to jungle warfare and marijuana.
My Tom Stone, he came from Cotswold Collectibles. Absolutely brilliant. He comes naked. He never had a uniform. So yeah, he was just completely bare-boned. And I absolutely love this character. Works really well with my collection of guys. I had the uniform, so I can always put him back in that traditional look, but I do have him in a casual outfit.
Bullet Man, with his solid steel arms and his rock-hard helmet for protection and penetration. No cavity was too tough for him to break through. Sporting a red leotard, black belt, and knee-high boots, Bulletman was a great addition to the Action Man team.
Bulletman, well, what can you say about Bulletman? I have two intruders, both are Commander intruders, which is the one in here. They also did a warrior one with a brown hair, no beard, wearing a silver leotard. And I would like one. Now, I was contemplating customising my commando that hasn't got a leotard and just changing his hair if I could get the beard off. But, you know, I don't know if I really want to do that. If you have a look through the YouTube channel, you can actually find the comics. I've actually put those up on the YouTube channel, and that'll tell you the origins of how they all came about. Really, really good stories. They were advertisements in comics, so I believe they were in Marvel Comics, and what they did was basically a brief background origin story telling you how they all came about, and they are really good short stories. Have a look. All three are up there on the YouTube channel. Enjoy. Right, let's make this page quick. Didn't have, had, didn't have. But now I have two of the dispatch rider. I don't have an Air Force. I have a tank commander. I haven't got military police. Haven't got British Army officer. And I haven't got the Grenadier Guard. Now, if any of them come my way, I'd never ever turn my nose up to anything that comes my way. But what tends to happen is I end up getting a load of little bits. If I was to track one, I believe it'd have to be the British Army officer. What a great looking outfit. So that's that page. Let me know if there's anything on there that you'd like, or that you had, or would like to have again. It makes it very interesting. Some amazing outfits. Right, another quick one. Had, didn't have, had, didn't have. Now, I have got bits and pieces for all of these, and I'm probably 99% on the French Resistance, the French Foreign Legion guy. I've got bits and pieces of it. I've got bits and pieces of all of them. It's crazy. But if I had to target one that I really, really said I'd like complete, it'd have to be the French Resistance. What would yours be? Let me know in the comments below. Right, this one's a really easy one for me. Growing up as a kid in 77, I had none of the above. Not one. Which was strange to me because my father was very interested in Western movies. He was a big John Wayne fan, and I thought he would have probably purchased these for himself through me, if you like. But since then, I did buy a job lot of 40th anniversary figures, and in there was two boxed figures. There was an Indian Brave and the Scout. And I now have the horse which belongs with my Blues and Royals. Absolutely fantastic. Right, this one probably has to be my favourite page because it's got the Mountain and Arctic uniform in there. It's got the Paratroop Regiment in there and the Commandos. I absolutely love all three of those regiments and disciplines within the British Army. I love all of them. I've never had the Lifeguard, but I've got quite a few paratroopers. I've got a few bits and bobs commandos, and I've got a few Mountain and Arctic Rescue Ski Patrol uniforms. Then and now. Absolutely brilliant. So as I look at this page, you can just see you've got so many of the various items, the weapons, the workshop accessories, but I've not got every single one, which is a shame because they're brilliant. I love the workshop accessories. I've got the toolbox. I've got a couple of bits and bobs that you sort of belong to other outfits that are also copied within these. The small arms is a really nice pack to have. And I'm sure if you studied these, you would probably say you've got a lot of the items that are actually shown in this part of the 77 catalogue.
Only 20% of viewers subscribe to the channel. So please don't forget to like and subscribe. And the best bit, it's free.
Another thing about the Action Man catalogues was the photography and the teasers. They were just absolutely amazing. They made you want everything. I wonder what these kids were given. They was probably given everything. And maybe they were related to the people at Palitoy and they got everything anyway. But again, the photography was absolutely brilliant. And again, they sold, these images were the things that we seen and had on our walls from catalogues that we'd ripped out and just dreamt about having all these things. Probably still do today. Never had one item on this page, and I honestly do not know why, because looking at these lads on here, 1977, I would have been 8.5, but never seen them, never had them. I would have loved them. I can imagine they'd been great, giving me inspiration to run around and maybe carve a scar into my right cheek. Right, this one's a nice easy page. I had that. I didn't have that one. Had this dinger, and I didn't have the Minesweeper. But I have today the dinger, and I also have the field training exercise, but without the rope bridge. So if anyone's got a spare rope bridge hanging about, give us a shout. I'd love one. I think they're brilliant.
The Training Tower of Terror, standing at 3.3 feet. An absolute nightmare. This thing will either make you or break you. If you haven't seen the video, get your books over to the YouTube channel and have a look. What's wrong with you, man? He's crazy.
Yep, definitely have to say I had the Training Tower as a kid and also have got it today. Have the Red Devil. Who hasn't? Everybody should have a Red Devil, even though it never really worked, did it? Let's be honest. I remember being up my grandparents with my Red Devil, threw him up in the air. He came down with such a smack. Broken limbs, broken face, broken outfit, glasses smashed. It was just a nightmare, really, weren't it? But you never gave up and you kept trying. And one time it did work. It was like England winning the World Cup. Amazing and impossible. Yeah, dead easy. Had the Scout car. That was a hand-me-down from my uncle, much appreciated. A motorcycle with sidecar, never had that. Spartan personnel carrier, never had that. I mostly had the cheapest Sherry Lee vehicles. I think the only Action Man vehicle I did have throughout my whole collection was the Seawolf. Dead easy, had none of the above. But I made up for it. I have a Land Rover Jeep, but the Mark 1 version of this, which did not have the moulded engine. And I also have the trailer. Right, dead easy. Didn't have the 105mm light gun. Didn't have the Scorpion tank. But I do have the Scorpion tank now. But it's not in the best of shape. I did get it for nothing, so I'm not going to complain. It hasn't got its 2 hatches. It hasn't got its exhaust pipe. Some of its smoke chambers are missing, and it hasn't got its tracks. Some of the headlights are missing. I think there's one. So it's basically in a very, very poor condition. But it was free, and all it is put away in a box. I will eventually get the bits. If you know me, I only really go for bargains or free. I'm proper tight. I don't know what it is. But yeah, these things will eventually come my way and I will complete this tank. And it will be reborn and brought back to life with the help of you lovely people that do give me bargains and freebies. This page, what can I say? It's amazing. Now, I told a little lie actually earlier, and it's books like this that bring back the memories. And I said I only had one Palitoy vehicle. Well, I didn't, because I had a capture copter and I had a helicopter, which was another hand-me-down from my uncle. So yeah, another appreciation, thumbs up to Uncle Jim. But the capture copter, yeah, wow, I remember it. You know, this is what this is about. And no, I didn't. I did not have a turbocopter, but I have 3 now.
You goody bastard.
We're going into the other section now, the team control centre. Now, I never had that, but this thing is amazing and I really want one. I have a list and both these items, typically the Power Hog team control is on the top of that list. I can't believe it. And these are a must for me. I've got to get them. So they are right at the top of the list. Well, check this out. I definitely 1,000,000% didn't have any of these. But you know the standout feature on this page is that flare gun. It's a pigging torch. And look, if you put the red filter on, you get a red light as if you fired off a flare. It's bloody amazing. So if you had that, please, 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 please let me know what it was actually like. Brilliant. This is just getting better and better. Never ever seen any of these neither. I have, though, to be fair, I have seen the radio for sale. I'm sure I have. Or something very similar. And I've seen 2 of them on a well-known auction site. And I'm sure it's this. I'm sure it's this one. Maybe not. Maybe there's something else like just a transistor radio. But this looks like you get a microphone and all sorts of other bits and bobs with it. But let's just go back to the adventure kit. Look at it. Camera, compass, torch, wallet, first aid, 10 Embassy number 1 and a lighter. The water bottle for putting your piss weak diluted orange in. Love the walkie-talkie. Imagine you and your mates at night just having a chat about the day you had. And we've got some embroidered badges. You know, that's the sort of thing that Action Man would earn throughout his career. You can buy them in one full sweep and just stick them on your coat. Or get your mum to sew them on or your nan. Love it.
The Skyhawk, renowned for being the worst vehicle Palitoy ever made. And one way you'll see me fly to my peril. If you've not seen the video, check through the list of movies on the YouTube channel and you will see me come to my near death.
Yeah, so if you've not seen the video of Alfie flying the Skyhawk, you need to go over and have a look. It's hilarious, to be honest with you. But again, never had the Skyhawk as a kid. Never had the tent, the searchlight. I didn't have the machine gun neither, and I didn't have the field radio. But today I have a box Skyhawk, absolutely terrible vehicle, a searchlight, a special operations tent. I do not have a machine gun, but I have 2 field radio sets, neither working. Yes, one of my favourite pages again. Had the deep sea diver, had a few frogmen, yeah, I think 4, that's 4 skin divers, had Seawolf, didn't have Royal Marine, which consists of all what you see there, the dinghy, but I do have that now. And the boat, of course, yeah, I have the boat, which was the assault craft. You could use that for your commando or getting these guys where they need to be for any exploring of underwater. Brilliant. What an amazing page. What a lot of memories coming back. Throughout the summers, as a kid with your next door neighbours and your mates all around playing Action Men. Good times. Right, my boys and girls, that is it. So I hope you've enjoyed this brief look at the 1977 Palitoy catalogue. For me, it's brought back loads of memories, and this is what I think it's all about, isn't it, really? You know, when we look on the Facebooks and we watch the YouTube videos, I think it's all about nostalgia and bringing the memories back from more of an innocent time. So I look forward to reading the comments of your memories from way back, specifically maybe 1977 when this catalogue was released, and some of the items that you had from the catalogue and the summers that you spent playing with Action Man. Till next time, keep collecting.
Over and out, mother chuckers.